Do you want your stream deck back? I do, yeah, I really do.
And woo!
Woo!
I
And
incremented a number.
and I get to lick a big metal machine.
Thank you for finishing that sentence.
I'm sorry, somebody messaged me in the middle of it.
It's a big, massive, raging machine. In essence.
It's like every time you stream, there's something that just goes horribly wrong.
OBS updated.
Yeah.
Let's do this now, and I'll bet you can hear on stream now that I'm talking. So, hello, stream. Please let me know when that's better, Mr. Wata.
I hear you.
Okay, so you can hear me on stream. Okay, so basically what happened is,
And myself.
and yourself, so you should be able to hear everybody on stream just like normal. So what happened is things updated and all of my presets got set to default, or a Windows update happened and changed my default to my webcam from my headset. And so everything that was default is now trying to go through a different microphone, and it's a huge pain in the ass. And I'm going to have to fix that afterwards. I got some other things to fix. Anyway, like I had said before, we did not game 2 weeks ago. However, the party finished off the Cave of the Undying and portaled back to the town of, and I have to look up the name again, Eden Bay, so that they could train. And now they are 6th level. See, I even did the same song that time that I did. So I'm consistent, if nothing else. Okay. So one of the things in Ironwood at 6th level that we determined was that at 6th level you would get to choose a skill that you learned that is not in the books. So in other words, like if somebody decided they wanted to learn how to sail, they would be on a boat and they say, "Hey, I picked up how to sail." Or Sam, in her case, what skill did you pick at 6th level, Samantha?
Fairy lore.
Fairy lore. That means you know things about different fairies. If you see somebody, one of the fae folk, you have a better chance of knowing like what impresses them, what their little dangers are, things like that. It's different than monster lore because it's a lot more specific. So basically, instead of monster lore where you get to ask D6 questions, fairy lore, if you get this, you will know all there is to know about that type of fairy. Razul picked
metallurgy.
Metallurgy, and you did so because while you were in the Cave of the Undying, you saw all of this weird alloy that was there, and you've determined that it's probably a large mass of iron mixed with carbon or coal, and as we call it, steel.
Yep.
So steel is really, really, really not common in Ironwood, obviously. So, yeah. And then I believe Jack, who is the captain of his ship, picked up
Sailing?
sailing, which is
Yes.
where I got my example.
Right.
So he knows how to sail. That'll teach him a lot about how to utilize the wind better and get, his ship will be faster and more maneuverable, and it'll help a lot in ship-to-ship combat. So good on you guys. So you are now 6th level. Bus did not roll his 6th level yet. He's off training doing thiefy things because he is also not here tonight. But I didn't want to stop again, so we are going to go ahead and play. So what I need to know is you've gotten back to the town and you've done your training. The big question for you guys all are what you gonna do now?
What are we gonna do? This town
That's a
is shitty,
fantastic
right?
question.
The town is like a hodgepodge of buildings, and there's mud everywhere, and the place is kind of like some of the buildings are on stilts, and they're not. If you saw the video of the house in North Carolina that got carried away, the house on stilts that got taken away by water recently, kind of like that. They're not very well taken care of. The wood is dry rotted. It's really hard to keep even regular wood here safe.
Hang on 1 second.
Okay. I don't know if he was talking to us or not.
It sounded like his mom was talking to him.
I think so too.
We need
But
to
I
get.
also
Aren't we going to this poopy butthole?
That's exactly the poopy butthole that you're going to.
Ew.
Because there is another undying there, but this one they said is magnitudes more dangerous than this undying was.
and really likes being the undying.
Really gets into it. Like this guy wanted to get put out of his misery. The guy that you're going for really likes being the undying, and he's been the undying. You found out he's been the undying for a couple 100 years at least.
So we need to go get supplies.
Supplies.
And probably should check in with the other adventuring group whose name I totally know off the top of my head.
The Brigade of Scarlet.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's okay.
No. Oh, hold on. Like, fucking give me a second.
She's got to look at the unfinished book.
Oh god, it's so bad. The last time that I actually took notes
Yes.
was after the Drakkar fight.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I-
Well,
Think we need to go to Thames, Thomas. Yeah, that one. By the
Huh?
Great Dargon.
So you want to go past the Dargon to Temas.
Blessed Battalion.
The Blessed Battalion.
The Brigade of Scarlet sounded close enough.
No, I had to look. Somebody would have called us on it, I bet. I bet you anything. Somebody would have been like, that's not the name you used last time. Because it's the internet.
It is. But that assumes that people are watching and,
Well, you want me to stream it on my page?
No, well, oh, yeah, so I have actual viewers? No, that's actually fine. I mean, I don't care if people watch or not. I record these for our own edification. And there's a few of them that I actually think I need to upload before they disappear forever from Twitch.
Yeah, I think the last one on your YouTube was 2 months ago.
Ooh. I think I'm
Yeah.
going to check real quick.
Yeah, it was like February because I just put together a playlist for my
Playlist.
team to watch because they all want to rewatch everything so they can catch up with where we're at.
So
Wow.
the next one that's leaving soon. Oh, dude. Expiring in 5 days, March 17th. Oh, God, we lost some. No.
No.
Again?
I
Yeah.
didn't realize they went that fast.
It's like 14 days or something like that. 30
So
days.
February
I don't know,
3rd.
whatever.
So February 3rd.
You're
Lost
missing like
2.
Have we 2? Yeah, because we gone
February 3rd, 17th, March 3rd.
I think as long as you get the March, so we're missing the March 3rd.
So we are going to highlight in 5 days. So let's do export. I don't even know what happened. Public. In which things happen. I'll edit later. I've forgotten.
So I got up through. Yeah, because I only have up through February 24th.
So we only missed one then.
Yeah, we might have skipped a day. That would actually be awesome if we skipped a day.
Yeah,
we did skip 1 or 2 because, I think that there was one day where you just straight up got sick.
That might
we were supposed to play and you're like, nope, not today, guys. Sorry.
Oh, that actually could have been there because I was working my grueling shift now.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm uploading those 2. Who knows? I don't know how many we missed. That would suck.
Well, what was the oldest one you had?
March 17th, I think it was.
So you'd have missed March 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were sick March 3rd, we're okay. But if we canceled March 3rd, we're okay. But if we didn't, then
I don't think we missed 2 in a row. I don't think we've ever missed 2 in a row.
Anyway.
No, we did miss the one. We missed that one because you were so worried about not having it on the 17th for the leprechaun reveal. We missed the one before.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
because you're like, I can't miss it again, otherwise the joke won't work. Like
yes.
At the end of the session, you were like, if we had missed it, the joke just wouldn't have worked. You'd been setting it up.
Right.
We missed that previous week, so you're fine. We caught it by the skin of our teeth there.
Oh, the leprechaun. Ooh. Is it a leprechaun? That's goddamn right. It's a leprechaun on St. Patrick's Day.
And I still can't believe I almost fucking ruined that on accident, just joking around.
I know. It does happen. All right, so you guys are in Edinburgh, and Razul says that he thinks you guys ought to go all the way back to Temas.
Is what Sammy said.
Oh, I thought that's what you just said.
To get back with the Blessed Battalion. That's where they are.
I thought they were. Oh.
The Blessed Battalion are in Hampshire.
Is it Hampshire? Why are they in Hampshire?
Yeah.
That's where they're at. You met them. You met them in Temas,
yeah,
but they're based out of Hampshire.
That's not that far.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I need to move this. Oh. Well, hold on. I'm confused.
Okay, why for?
Because when we were in this town, the rinky-dink, unhappy town,
Edinburgh,
oh my god, brain! Didn't we talk to them? Or no, we talked to the innkeeper, didn't we?
Yes.
But I remember being sent to the mansion or whatever.
Hampshire is where they're at. Yes,
Oh
you
my God,
didn't
my
stay
brain.
very.
I'm
You didn't
sorry.
stay very long in Eden Bay.
Nope.
We just docked the ship there, grabbed some stuff, and went. That's right.
Yep. Hampshire
sorry.
is where Hawk is, and where the
Right.
Yeah. It's been a while.
That's where the
That's my
cool crew
excuse.
is that we basically slowly
Right.
Okay.
resurrected them.
we would have
So-
helped you, but because of reasons we can't.
Right.
All right.
I don't know. I
so
guess we go talk to Hawk then, huh?
how long of a journey is this?
It's gonna be a couple of weeks.
Well, from there to there was 2 months.
So it's gonna be a couple, 7, 8.
Okay, cool.
That's all.
I'm cool with it.
Where do we need to go next? Like,
The
we're
poopy
up
butthole.
here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The poopy
Well,
butthole.
then,
So Sam's next question is why don't you just do this? Oops, I clicked on a turtle.
Or we can go to here,
Surefield?
resupply,
Argon!
and I can send an enchanted messenger here.
How far does your enchanted messenger go?
Fucking far enough, ain't I? I don't know. Sorcerer, enchanted messenger. The creature, blah blah blah.
It's like 500 miles, isn't it?
100 miles per level.
So 600 miles at your top level.
Yes.
So let me do a little bit I don't want it from the center. No snapping. No snapping. So we've got 3.4 squares. You don't know. It might be okay. It might be close. You don't know.
Don't we have somebody with navigation?
I mean, yes.
Wouldn't they know exactly how far it'd be?
They could look at the
If they
map
got-
and try and figure it out.
Hang on.
And it begins.
Let's see. Okay. Roll for navigation. Hey.
So you figure that's probably about 360, 400 miles.
All right, cool. So we can go here and resupply.
Yes. My watch is bigger.
Okay, so
Alright.
you're gonna travel here and resupply. All right, so let me pull up my Ironwood encounters sheet. Doink, 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 doink.
So that'd be what, about a month and a half?
Depends on whether or not you're gonna stick along the going like this, or whether or not you're gonna try and come straight across. Are you gonna stay by the shore, or are you gonna just try and cut straight across?
Yeah, Captain Jack, what are we doing?
That's not what I wanted.
And now he's questioning all of his decisions.
Just give us a line. I'm going. Anywhere. Let's go.
Whatever takes the least amount of time.
I'm
I'm
actually not sure he was listening.
He's not.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I was trying to find something. What's up?
Seriously?
They were asking you, Captain Jack,
No,
whether.
I'm sorry. I got a message from my guy at work. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's okay.
I needed a quote for like $1 million project, so I was sending it back to my assistant.
That's fine.
Do you want to go by the shore, or do you want to go straight across the ocean?
Let's look dangerously. Let's go directly across the ocean.
Okay, we're going across the ocean.
All right, so I need you then to roll sailing twice.
I have to roll sailing twice. Okay.
Twice.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nope. And nope.
Okay. fine. That's cool. Da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da.
We're gonna go way over here and then come back.
You
Pretty
get to
much.
right about here,
Hang on.
and sorry.
No, you're good. I'm
Okay.
watching.
And
I think I'm looking in the wrong
you're
place.
using you guys notice that the weather is turning ominous,
Ooh.
and the waves start to grow, and the lightning starts to flash. The clouds turn black as sackcloth, like it's the end times. And Jack tries to use his sailing ability to stay on course and ready to go. But the winds and his inexperience prove just too much, and you're blown off course as the storm rages around you. Your navigators help the best they can, but when you come to, you're closer to here. Whoops. So you almost ran aground, but the wind pushed you into a bay. So if anybody has navigation, this would be it'd be navigation. So roll another navigation there, Jack Renard, Mr. Sailor Man.
Woo.
Nope.
So Jack has absolutely no idea where he is at this point.
Right.
However, there's probably a 60% chance that somebody on board is going to know. I mean, you got a bunch of fucking sailors. So nobody knows.
Right.
Nobody knows where you are. You flounder around for a few days. I'm going to do a D8. And based on the D8 is the direction you're going to go. So you start heading up towards the northeast. And you're actually going to encounter this little village right here.
Okay.
Well, alrighty then.
And it is a fairly small place. They don't have a real... You're the biggest ship in their harbor.
Right.
But they let you know pretty quickly where you are. They're amazed that you were able to survive the storm. But they're very, very, very happy that you lived. They don't have all of the supplies that you need, so you're still going to have to go to Sherfield.
Okay.
But now you guys know where you're at.
All right.
Woo.
I feel like we just wasted a month.
You wasted a little bit of
kinda.
time. The storm raged for days. Days, I say.
Days.
Sherfield.
Maybe like a week or two, probably.
Yeah, well, that and you started going the wrong way, so, it's just one of those things. Let's go that way. Anyway, so you've made it to Sherfield.
Nice.
And you disembark, and you are... What kind of stuff do you want to get for your supplies?
So, that's a lot of supplies, dude.
Right.
Holy
Well, for
crap.
crew supplies, you're going to just need to spend money.
Right. How much money again?
It was 5 copper for the entire crew for a week, wasn't it?
Sounds right.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot. I mean, it is, but it's not.
Okay, so we can handle that easily. So we need to get supplies for us. So we have a whole map of this whole thing, right?
Yeah. You
And we
know
know
where
there's a
that
town
is.
here?
What's that?
We know there's a town here.
You know there's a town there. You don't know what it is, but you know there's a town
It's
there.
not like labeled with the
No.
name or
No,
anything.
that's fine. So I'm gonna talk to Jack since I am, the guy with the brains, and be like, maybe we should just supply to here. Get our supplies, go here,
Right.
and then disembark from there. Boop.
I'm cool with
Boop.
that. I mean, whatever.
Or we can aim for this one, which looks amazing.
I'm curious about it, but
Right.
yeah, I mean, fuck it.
Yeah, we can go past Mr. Dargon here and then.
Oh God!
Are you guys gonna cut across like this, or are you gonna go? Which way are you gonna go?
First, we're gonna check
We
for
can't
buried
really.
treasure here and buried treasure here.
Oh no!
No, we're gonna go straight across. Yeah, big Xbox spot.
Sorry, let me get that over there. All right, so you're gonna go straight across.
Sally.
So is anybody going to get anything other than just what the crew needs, or are you going to? I mean, I don't know exactly how you want to do this.
I would first like to get some stuff for Ziggy.
For Ziggy, okay.
I would also like to pick up a couple of things for me.
Okay, what would you like to get for you?
I'm gonna have to get some more parchment. I need some more parchment.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. No, I have a ton.
Okay.
You can just have all of mine. Have my 30 sheets of parchment
Holy
and
shit.
my 10 quills, please.
10 quills? You're welcome.
Yes.
Right.
30 sheets of parchment and 10 quills. You want all of them?
I don't need them all.
Please take all of them. I've never used them once.
Okay, I use them, so
Yes, take them all. Thank you.
Take my quills, please.
I beg of you.
all right.
I don't.
And
know how
then
to
I'm
delete
going to
this,
try
so-
to offload this blood of a lava drake vial because I'm tired of carrying it.
Okay, so Surefield, there's I'd say there's about a 70% chance that there's somebody here that might be interested in it. Yeah, as a matter of fact, there's an alchemy shop.
Ooh! I
Wow.
haven't looked at the alchemy list to see what I need to make the things that I want.
Okay, so you're now looking in the alchemy shop. Sammy's like, "Oh my god, I just love this place."
I took crafting alchemy last time.
I know.
Really? Yeah.
So yeah, I have 2 vials of lava drake blood.
Okay, so he looks at it and he goes, "What is this?"
Lava drake blood.
Huh. Well, and he takes one of the vials and he takes a dropper and he sticks it in and he puts it out and he's actually got this weird looking contraption that looks almost like a sextant. But he's got a little plate of glass under it that he puts the blood on. And he looks into this ocular piece. Yes, it's a microscope. Takes a look at different things. He puts it into this beaker and puts it over a Bunsen burner and does a few experiments with it. And he goes, "Wow, I think this might actually be able to be used in something. How much you want for it?"
Well, I don't know what it's worth.
You have the appraisal skill?
No, I don't actually.
None of us do.
None of you do. So you go, "I don't know what it's worth," and he gets a gleam in his eye, and now you get to oppose charisma. So opposed charisma with him.
So this is additive?
Yes. Okay, so you guys haggle for a little bit, and you get one silver, 5 copper per vial.
Nice.
I'll take it. Boop, boop. Boop, boop.
And as you walk out, and you're like, "Wow, 1.5 silver." You're like strutting your stuff, and as you walk out, you hear him going, "Oh man, only 1.5 silver." So you're both happy with the transaction.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna complain.
All right,
my inventory
so he walks out, he's all happy, and then Kieran is still in there. Kieran's looking around at different things, and what are you gonna do?
I want to sell. Hold on a second. Sorry, I should have brought this up already. Where charts? Pulling up the charts thing. Sorry.
It's okay.
Jesus fucking Christ! Oh my god, go away. All this stuff is like, oh, Windows. Fuck off. Where is low dust on here? Okay. So I want to sell my 1 container of glow dust.
Okay, so 1 container of glow dust.
That is 50 lead pieces. To buy.
So that would be 2 lead and a pence to sell. Or 25 lead pieces. I was very wrong. I'm sorry. 25 lead pieces.
That ain't bad.
Ooh, 25 lead pieces and what? Pence,
Just
you said?
25 lead pieces. Just 25 lead pieces.
And then I don't know what the ingredients are to make meditation brew.
Okay, so
30 lead pieces to buy. It takes days to make. But if I know what the ingredients are, that would be super helpful. I could just buy the ingredients.
do you know? I mean, go ahead and make your alchemy roll. Go ahead and roll your alchemy under.
Oof.
Do
Oh,
you feel lucky twice?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what ingredients you need to make this. And you know to make the ingredients, it's going to cost you 15 lead pieces
To make how many? To just make one?
to make one.
Okay, so 15 times 5, 75. I'm going to spend 75 lead.
Okay, so you're going to do 6 of them. No, sorry,
5.
5 of them. Now it's still going to take you time. I mean,
Right.
because it costs you exactly half to buy the ingredients to make it yourself than it does to buy the finished product. But again, it's going to take days to make. You also realize that you are going to need to boil, so you'll have to use the galley in the ship if you want to do this. But you can probably have some done by the time you reach whatever town this is up here.
Yep.
So you would have them done by that time, like a long time.
Yep, and that is what I am doing. So, let's see. Is there anything else I can sell? How about a couple of fire flasks? Where's the fucking
I
need these? Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep those. Forget it. Never mind. I'm done. Sorry.
No, you're fine. One thing I will tell you is uh, I'll allow it this time, but I want you to know how to read this in the future.
Mhm.
Your skill is a 26. That means you can make things right now that are level 2 or below.
Oh shit.
So you have an affinity to making to making this meditation brew. So you just got lucky this time. You can do it, but in the future, it's your skill divided by 10 are the things that you can make.
Shit. Okay, my bad. I didn't
Don't worry
look
about
at the
it.
level on
It's
it.
okay. That's fine. Like I said, I'll allow it this time. I mean, what you're doing is not like super overpowered, oh no, it's going to break the game kind of thing. So,
No, okay.
yeah, I'll let it go. Because basically, you have the money to be able to buy the 5 if you want. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So,
Yeah.
but anyway, so you've got all this stuff, and you're going to be spending time in the galley making potions while you're on your way to whatever this town is that you don't know the name of
Ooh.
yet. Ooh?
I said woo.
Oh, I thought you said ooh. Okay, so Bones, is there anything that you want to buy specifically while you're in this town?
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
None of my armor needs repair from that fight with the stone golem, right?
No, no.
Okay.
It's almost like it didn't happen.
Well, I'm just checking because I got throttled to death by a stone monster, so you know.
Burning down the bar did happen.
Like
Alright.
all I can picture in my mind's eye is like Jack being choked out by this giant stone humanoid, and then Razul walking through the portal covered in blood. He goes, "It's not my own," and Jack's just like, and just drops. What's up?
Nothing. I just went
Yeah, right. He's like, it just, what happened? I killed him. Oh, cool.
He's dead now.
He did. Yeah.
All right, so if that's the only thing that's going on, then I guess it's back to the old ship then, unless there's anything else you guys want to do.
Not really.
Like,
Got a good little journey ahead of us.
Okay.
Should we let the Blessed Battalion know that we took care of one Undying and have to go,
I can
The
cast
other?
that spell if you need me to.
That was the
we
plan.
might need their help. Know what I mean?
Oh. So you said
Time for a little tit for tat,
400,
friendos.
500.
Okay, so message of no more than 30 words. What message are you sending?
Oh.
Blah blah blah. Took care of one of the Undying. We have to go take care of another one. We're going to a poopy butthole. I don't know what it's called. We don't have any names, so
You don't have.
We have-
Yeah.
That's
we
fine.
never got it. We never got names.
So, Bones,
yes.
roll your navigation again.
Oh God.
All right, so Bones gives approximate coordinates, which you include in your message.
Okay, cool.
Hey.
So, longitude, latitude kind of thing.
Big O
Sweet.
star on the top of it, you know.
Correctamundo. And then.
You are here map.
Exactly. So then you guys are ready to go.
As long as the ship got supplied.
The ship got supplied. That was one of the things that you guys were doing, is they're supplying the ship. As you are on the way back, I need everybody to make an awareness roll.
Ooh. No, my God. What the fuck?
So, as you're walking, Kieran sees a familiar figure dart into the crowd. It looks a lot like Ansel.
Uh-oh.
And of course, Kieran being Kieran, she'd go, that motherfucker, and try and chase after him.
So you chase after him for a while. You guys all take off running, and you're all pretty fast, but you go for a little while, and you finally catch up with who she thought it was, and it's just this guy who's terrified because you all walk up. I mean, you all like fucking tackle him. You're like, ah!
Oh.
I didn't do it. Whatever you think I did, I didn't do it. You realize that he's just wearing very similar clothing, shit like that.
I'm sorry, I thought you were someone else.
And Razul starts to look around, and Ziggy's gone.
No!
Motherfucker. Ziggy's not gone. Ziggy!
So you start yelling, Ziggy! And so how are you going about trying to find Ziggy?
Uh-oh. Oh, God.
Wait a minute. You know how to track.
Oh, hey, yeah, I do. I sure do. I'm a fucking ranger.
Oh, hey, yeah, tracking.
I know your skills better than you do.
It's been a while, okay? I'm sorry. Oh, my God!
So you would have to feel lucky 4 times total.
I'm giving 2.
Okay. Let's do it.
So you
Nah,
give
dog.
you give the other 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sam, you're down 4 because you already used 2.
Yeah, I know.
So you
Worth
guys
it,
go
though.
rushing back to where you had started, where you last saw Ziggy. You get about halfway there, and you realize that Ziggy was chasing after this guy with you, but his stumpy little legs couldn't keep up.
Oh
And
no!
eventually, he just kind of wandered off to the side. He looked
man.
hesitant it looked hesitant for a little bit, but then he started walking towards this park area.
Time to
Okay.
go. Let's go.
Yeah, so
Go to the
you
park
see
area.
that it's not Central Park, but like it's obviously in the middle of a city. This park area. There are trees. There's a fountain that looks really cool, and Ziggy is there. He's got his front paws down and his butt up in the air, wagging his tail very, very fast. And he is jumping around and playing. And you guys look, and he's playing with a fox.
Oh, a fox.
A fox.
Yeah, it's just in the middle of the city. He's got his front paws down and his tail's wagging, and him and this fox are jumping around like nipping at each other, and
Oh.
the fox is running circles around Ziggy, of course, because Ziggy's just this dog. Sorry,
Ziggy is amazing, sir. You
Ziggy
do
is
not
Ziggy
blaspheme
is
my
amazing.
bulldog.
I'm just picturing a bulldog and a fox playing in a park, and this makes me so fucking happy.
Right?
It's like my
So-
daily dose of serotonin.
So there you go. They're just playing, and neither of them really seem to notice you or care that you're there. But you also haven't called out his name or anything like that since you saw this.
I am
Oh.
going to walk towards my little buddy.
Okay. And the fox stops and looks a little hesitant and turns and looks up into this tree. And you guys need to make an awareness roll.
Oh.
Razul
Good.
makes
Come on.
it.
Come on. Come on.
Kieran fails. So
God damn it.
Jack and Razul, you see this figure in the tree. It is an elfin woman, and she is laughing at what's going on below. Silently, but she's laughing.
Hmm.
And she is the
Kieran's
one
just
that the fox
la-di-dying.
looked at. She's the one that the fox looked at.
So obviously we'd point it towards at Sammy too to let her know.
Okay, so hey,
Yeah, Kieran.
check that out.
Oh,
Points
hello.
up in there.
Well, does this creature belong to you?
Hold on one second.
Oh shit.
Does this creature belong to you?
Hi, Mango.
Yeah, that's Mia.
Yo! Oh, sorry, rip headphone users.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm sorry.
I start bleeding.
Okay, Mango, you can log in now.
Excited. Mango! Yes!
Finally, a fifth we can count on.
Oh my god, there's another girl!
So, if you see her figurine, that is her. She is an elven
Oh.
female,
With a
and
fox.
she's got a fox.
This is the best day ever!
So, Kieran, make yourself a roll to find out if you can tell what she is.
Heraldry?
Heraldry.
Sorry, yeah. Yeah.
So, she is a level 6 elven beastmaster.
Oh! Hi, I'm a ranger and a druid.
I'm just gonna tell you my whole life story.
It's nice to meet you.
She says from her
Sorry.
tree.
Does
You're
this
an
dog
elf,
belong
like-
to you guys?
This is
Yeah.
Ziggy.
Ziggy. I like that name.
He is a Turgaz? Yeah, Turgaz Bulldog.
I got so excited I spilled coffee all over my keyboard.
Oh no.
Yes, we pulled off the surprise. Woo!
I had no fucking. I've got coffee in my hoodie sleeve.
Oh God.
Yes.
Not
The
only a
surprise.
fifth, not only a good. I don't want to say a good fifth because the other guys, there's nothing wrong with them. But not only a fifth that we've been looking for, but more estrogen for Sammy to play around with.
That sounded weird, but you're also correct.
And all it took was her graduating from college.
Yes.
That's what we've been. She would have joined us a
All
long
it
time
took.
ago if it wasn't for college.
Yes.
I know, that's why I said all it took was her graduating from college.
Technically, I was in the party a long time ago before.
I didn't even think about the fact that that was what was keeping you from joining the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I started graduation stuff, I'm just like, oh yay, Mango's done. That's so exciting.
And
And
that's
then, well, bam, surprise.
and that's also why even if Eric didn't show tonight, we were going to play because we'd have
Right.
4.
Because we'd have 4.
Well, now it makes more sense because I was like, why would it be a scratch last week and not this week if he's not here? But now I know.
I wonder. I hope everything's okay with him.
I hope so too. He hasn't messaged at all. I'll send him a message once the game's over.
Right.
All right. So.
But there you go.
have
So
a-
there's an elf in a tree, and she comes down, and her fox and Ziggy are cavorting around like puppies.
Yes.
Best thing ever.
When you're the best of friends.
Can I talk to the fox?
Yes.
If you cast the spell, you certainly can.
Okay, hold on. Yeah,
Oh God. What have we done?
you know I'm going to.
I'm just
come
gonna go
on.
sit down.
Oh,
at the
I don't have a
tree.
token.
Yeah, you
Yeah, you
do.
do. Top right.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, too excited.
I knew Sammy was going to like this. So for 1
An
hour,
hour,
so for 1 hour, you talk to the fox.
and I
What does
just
the fox say?
Ding, 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 ding.
I'm sorry. I really tried to guess so I could just be like, well, what does the fox say?
Yeah, joke's been made.
I'm just gonna make friends with the fox and just be like, hi. Introduce
So,
myself and introduce everybody.
For the most part, animals don't talk like I had the fish talking.
Yeah, I know.
Cockney accent.
Right. So, like, the fox won't necessarily be going, "Oh, hello, governor," or anything like that. It will give you. I mean, it'll talk to you, but it doesn't understand abstract concepts like we do.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, you're talking and you're saying, "Hi, what's your name?" And it gives this. It's more of an impression than it is a name. And it has to do like dew in the field on a sunny morning, hunting rabbits through the snow, things like that. I mean, that's what its name is associated with. But of course, that's not what the humans give it for a name. You can't really say its name in our language. But then, you talk back and forth about, friend and things like that. And yeah, so the fox is very friendly with you.
This is the best day ever.
I'm just gonna lean up against the tree and wait.
Mia's favorite food is peanut. So that's a good way to
Peanut?
befriend her.
Peanut.
Peanuts.
Oh, cool.
Do
Are there
foxes
any-
like peanuts?
Okay, hold on.
Foxes like peanuts.
I did not know that.
They also like fruit and cheese.
Oh, fruit. It'll be somebody's best friend on the ship.
Oh, it's going to love whatever Jack makes.
Right.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
right. I'm like, whose friend would it be? I don't know anybody who makes food.
I mean, I can scrounge berries and stuff. But
That's
not
true.
makes sense.
That's true. You have
Every time
outdoor
Jack
survival.
sneezes, a feast appears in front of him. What the hell? I can't control it.
So, do you want to describe
Me
yourself to
merchant.
Kari, or do you want to just let them figure things out as you go? Because, I mean, you did just meet them, but you really like them because, that's
Reasons.
more helpful than saying, I hate these guys and I'm going to let them go on their merry way. So,
Wait a minute.
She's got a fox. She's like my best friend.
And she's also like 6 foot tall. So
Hey, she's Jack size.
you were what, 6'3"?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm 6'3".
No, she's
Oh my-
6'3" too, Jack.
They're
So
literally the same size.
describe yourself. Describe what they see.
Yeah, so I am a 6'3" elf. I weigh 130 pounds, and I am 55 years old. I carry a crossbow and a
Oh.
poniard. And my fox is my best friend. Her name is Mia, and she abides by my every rule or whatever. We just kind of like mesh together. I don't really have to tell her what to do. She just does it. And that's pretty much it. That's all for me.
So she's
Man,
wearing
I
a
wish that class
she's
had
wearing
been
a mishmash of armor, and she looks like she kind of struggles to walk under the weight of everything she's carrying. Um, she's a very, very thin build,
Right.
and her muscles are not exactly bulging.
And you get some low strength there, Mango.
But at the same time,
Me,
the way
baby.
she jumped down out of the tree and ran up to you guys, she's like a coiled spring. Yeah, so not necessarily a lot of strength, but she is lithe.
Not like
Hey.
me knocking on the leg.
Right, so you come roly-polying over to her, and yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
I'm probably the fastest person in the party.
you are the fastest.
Just
person in the
hilarious.
party.
I'm sorry.
What is your speed?
60.
You're okay.
Oh, you're faster, aren't you?
I mean, my speed's 62.
Yeah, pretty sure I am.
I forgot your
I-
stats already, so.
My speed is 75.
Holy fuck!
Well,
Gotta go fast.
it was
Sonic over here.
well. One thing that is kind of disconcerting about her, and Jack, you get this. She's emanating an aura that makes you uncomfortable.
Oh, shit.
Sense
Huh?
good evil.
So go ahead. So you look at her, you go, ooh, and you cast a spell, and he's obviously casting a spell, but he's not doing it in like a really mean way.
Oh, hang on, I gotta get my token. Like, why does that not work? Dude.
Derp, derp.
I'm not the only one.
Can I
Yay.
move there? It's on the other side now. I'm like, what? Where the hell did my token go? And Jack's just kind of standing back in his armor, and he's like, something's wrong here. Oh, holy Naru.
Bleh.
Holy Naru. Okay, so I have to ask this of Mango or Takari. How pure are your intentions as a character? Are you Miss Goody Two Shoes, or are you I'm going to backstab these assholes in an alley as soon as I get them alone?
No, not that.
Okay, so
I have good intentions. I like to be pure-hearted. I mean, I can't do anything to cause harm to animals because, I basically live for the animals.
right.
Oh, the
Live for-
animals. I'm a fan.
But if there were little children burning in a building and cats burning in a building at the same time, would you save the cats or the kids?
Cats.
Okay, so that gives you an idea of the type of person she is. She lives for the beasts. She lives for the animals. She comes across as mostly on the white scale with little tinges of gray. But something about her just seems a little strange. Like when she moves, there's almost like an after image. Like she shouldn't be moving as fast as she is.
Uh-oh.
So there are several
No.
things about her that are magical.
Did I need to cast this 4 fucking times?
No, it's 1 item or creature per level, and you cast it at
Do you want me to cast it again at 5th level?
yeah, if
I
you
don't
want to cast
care.
it at 5th level, you can. So
Okay. Because it's not that hard.
okay, so there are 5 things on her body that are glowing. If there's anything more than that, you don't necessarily know what they are. She's
Okay.
got 2 rings. She's got her knife is glowing, her poniard is glowing. She's got a nose ring that is glowing, which is very strange, and a necklace.
She's
All
just
right.
covered in magical items.
If I look at everything, this will probably help me understand. Well, wait a minute. No, it won't, because I'm not influent there. I don't have the fluency of all these specialties.
Correct. Does
But
not tell
I
you what the
know-
magical effect is, and I've got to fix that spell. Magic owl. Magic owl.
Magic owl!
Yeah, it.
Ow.
Magic owl.
So I will introduce myself as Resolve. I am, as you can tell, a tiny one.
I could have never have guessed.
He's a little one. Our bigot is out on business.
Yeah, the big one's out on business. I think it's hard for him to breathe for how tall he is. I haven't
Which
put it
really-
to test yet, but
Which really begs the question because Jack is the second tallest, so if Jack's not the big one, who's the big one?
Hey, Bus.
Right, but I'm saying like
Oh,
you're
she
meeting-
doesn't know that.
You're meeting
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
people, and they go, the big one's out on business, and the tallest guy in the room.
She's like,
isn't
holy
the big
crap.
one. Like,
yeah.
How
You're
big
not
is
the
big?
biggin?
Jesus.
there's a guy as big as her in full plate armor, and they're going, that's not him. He's out on business. Holy shit!
And I'm going to introduce myself, about everything, make the joke about the wooden leg, do all that spells.
Right.
Introduce Ziggy, which she's already been introduced to.
Is it you a good boy? Is it
Yes,
you a
Ziggy
good
is a good boy.
Oozaboo?
Oh, you like Billy Boobs? Oh my goodness.
I'm Canturi. Does that mean she automatically likes me?
Oh, good point.
She might like you better than normal humanoids because elves in
It's
Canturi.
perfect. Bud.
If you read the description of Canturi, which let me pull it up here, the races.
We're allies. It taught us how to use weapons and stuff, and
The land they finally settled in was the Forest of the Elves. Neither side wanting war, the two races formed a partnership that has benefited both races equally. The Elves taught the Canturi to protect themselves while gaining an ally in the looming war with the Lizard Men. Although the Canturi have been peaceful people with no knowledge of weaponry, they've proven to be more than blah 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 blah. The only race that the elves like better than the Canturi are the Katera.
Of course. They're
Time
cat
to-
people.
Time to transform you into a cat.
No!
I'm not opposed.
I like being dog person.
Dogs are okay.
I can't
So-
hear that without thinking of the character from Spaceballs. Barf.
Oh.
Barf?
Oh god.
I like being a dog person.
I'm a mug, half man,
Oh,
half dog.
no.
I'm my own best friend.
All right, so we have now introduced Takari to the party, and she basically is asking what you're doing. Hey, what are you doing here? What's going on?
That's
So-
quite a story.
Can
Yes.
we see the ship from here?
You cannot.
Oh.
Damn.
What
Well,
do y'all need?
what do we need?
Yeah, like where are you guys going?
Adventure.
well,
We're going to a
Yeah.
distant land.
A distant land. How are you gonna get there?
A distant land. I've never been there.
Well, Jack
We have a ship.
here is a captain of our ship.
Oh, you
Shocking,
drive
I know.
boats?
Ship, not a boat.
Oh,
Ah.
they're
All
the
right.
same thing.
ship, big boat.
Yes.
With crew.
Do you have a boat?
We have a ship.
We have a really big boat.
Oh.
The people who run it for us.
Actually,
Does
they
it have
have
boats on it?
boats. They're tied to the side of the ship, and you use them when you need to go on shore.
So
Or
you
I
have
just
boats.
or I just cast a portal and I walk off the ship. We've been here before, so
We do have boats attached to our
Yes.
ship. We use
Well,
both.
it just happens to be that Mia's never been on a boat. So I was kind of hoping to, take her on that journey.
Mia's never been on a
Well,
boat.
Here's the thing. I'm going to be straight up with you. The adventure that we're on is probably going to be a little dangerous.
It's
How much
A lot
suicide
of
is a
mission.
dangerous.
little? Oh.
Jack just
We're
doesn't
not
follow
exactly sure how dangerous.
directions. I got it.
We're going to Italy.
Basically.
What is Italy?
It's this weird boot-shaped island thing,
So
peninsula.
you pull out a map of the world, and she's never seen a map of the world before. I mean, she's traveled
Oh,
through the wilds,
Right.
but she's never actually. She traveled for a while. So Mango, where did you spend most of your time? Did you travel with the menagerie, or have you spent it in the wilderness?
I've spent most of my time in the wilderness,
okay.
but there was a conflict and there was like a big forest fire. And so I had to leave the forest for a little bit. And that's how I wound up in civilization.
Oh.
But I've mostly spent my time on one peninsula and I've never been like on the ocean or on a boat or anything like that. So I'm just very naive and don't really know, what the world looks like.
So this map is really gonna shock her.
Yeah, she's actually never seen a world map like that. She didn't realize the map that the world was so big, and this isn't even all of the world. This is only a small part of it.
Yeah, and we've been from here. This is we've been here. She's gonna see all these places we've named too.
Right.
Yeah. It's quite shocking how big the world is.
Got my leg cut off here.
Killed a man twice here.
Yeah, killed a man twice. Where was the Narwhal, wasn't it?
Yes.
Right.
Watched the bar
Overthrew
burn
a
down.
whole government in Narwhal.
Yeah.
Wow, that
Rescued
sounds
a
like quite a
king.
story.
Kicked a guy down the 300 hole.
Yes, we used to write down the story, but we stopped doing that months ago.
I'm sorry, I've got arthritis. What can I tell you?
Do you really?
Probably.
Okay. Got all
I mean, I'm
serious
up for
really
some
fucking fast.
adventure.
Holy shit.
Met the
it was a
fucking
joke, but then you're like, oh, seriously?
best
I couldn't
person
even-
ever here.
Who thought I was the best person?
Elder Jolene was the best person.
Well,
Best NPC?
You know,
Well, in the context of the game, he was the
Meta.
best person we've ever met.
It's the best person I've ever met. I mean, he turned me into a well-dressed lad. You remember what I used to look like?
Yeah, you smell terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
This is coming from a guy who lived in a convent.
well, I can't promise you much of me being able to take out somebody willfully, but I will try my best if you will have me, travelers. And you get Mia as well.
Hey, that's good enough for me. Yep, Jack.
Don't look at me, I'm just the captain of the ship.
He's the most laid back captain you've ever seen. He's like,
I guess I've got to pull out the log then.
You're gonna
Ooh.
pull out the log.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Like the ship
Keep it in your
log?
pants, my man.
The ship
Nobody needs to
log.
see that thing.
Ship
Oh.
logs, we can see who's there.
You gotta think
where,
I'm
if
the
we have
one that
room.
takes care of everything on the ship.
That's why Jack's able to be so laid back, because Razul's doing all the heavy lifting,
That's right.
which is hysterical on a few levels.
Yes, it is.
Congratulations, you figured out what it means to be a manager.
All right, cool. I guess we can
What are you
walk
doing
back to
around
the.
here, direct.
So you guys are going to go back to the ship, and you find a room for Takari. She's basically the only place she can really room is with you, Kieran. unless she wants to mix with the rest of the crew. I mean, there are women crew members,
Right.
but they generally sleep in with the men. So like they have open squad bay kind of things. But that's not where
Whatever
you
you are
guys sleep.
comfortable with, Takari.
I sleep
But
in
I'd
a
hang out with
room.
me all night long. I don't care.
Wah, wah.
So pretty much, you have a room, Jack. I have a room, and she has a room with Bus, right? Doesn't Bus sleep in there? Or we all sleep with each other, and he has his own, right?
Right.
Jack does, yes.
Right. 'Cause I'm Captain.
So the party does have a big enough stateroom that, I mean, it'll be a little bit more cramped
It's a
with
good thing I'm
Takari in there,
small.
but I mean, you guys can make it work.
Worth it.
I don't
So-
have a lot of stuff, so I guess that's a plus.
Yeah, she's actually she's got her crossbow, she's got her armor, she's got a small backpack. And that's pretty much it. She doesn't have a lot of stuff.
I'm a simple girl.
Then she gets to go in and see this big fucking mech on the ship that I teleported on there.
Clank, clank, clank.
How did
No,
that
that's-
get there?
Magic.
Literally.
So
I
whenever
He's not
literally-
being an asshole.
Magic.
I do this, and a portal opens, and I walk it through.
Oh, that's interesting.
So the mech itself is something unlike anything you've ever seen. Well, Mango knows what a mech looks like. Takari sees that now. The only person that can fit in the cockpit is Razul, and he gleefully runs up the side with the handholds and gets in it, and he's learning very, very quickly how to make this thing work. So first thing he does is he stokes a fire, and then it like shudders and comes to life, and he walks very gingerly. He doesn't walk very much though, because after it takes a couple steps, you hear the wood creaking beneath its feet.
Gosh.
Yeah.
So
We're working on it. We're working on it.
So he immediately, and as a matter of fact, they tell you, don't worry, the wood is reinforced, or he would have gone through as soon as it stepped on board.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's reassuring.
So
yeah.
pretty much
So,
all I
so
what
the question is, how many cannons does it weigh?
It probably weighs a few cannons.
holy shit!
But you guys don't have cannons. I was just using that as an example.
Yeah, but the ship had cannons.
It has, well, they're sort of cannons.
Oh, right, because I forgot this world doesn't have,
Yeah, it's not cannons
Yeah.
like what we think cannons.
Because I'm going like, how many cannons do they stick on a ship this size and they don't go through the deck?
we have an alchemist, and we have me with metallurgy and
Right,
smithing.
right.
Soon
I'm
it
just
will
thinking,
happen.
Like, logically, I'm going like, that shouldn't, like, how much does that weigh? Because they put cannons on ships this size all the time and they never have any issues.
They're also reinforced for them. And they have cannon runs and things like that, but it's neither here nor there. It works. It's not
Okay,
falling
babe,
through.
Okay, whatever helps you sleep at night.
It does. It helps me sleep really well.
I'm gonna go check on my gonna go check on my brew that I have going. By the way,
So where are we going? Nobody ever told me that.
we don't know where we're going.
On
Well,
adventure.
they told you, they showed you on the stupid Steam restarted.
We're going here.
Oh,
Okay.
the big poopy butthole.
Yeah, right here's the big poopy butthole we're going to.
Oh.
But
Because if you zip in
first,
down here, that looks like a poopy butthole.
they're stopping up here so that they can further resupply and figure out the lay of the land.
Yes.
This one down here looks kind of like a belly button.
Which one?
I'm clicking, but it's not
You gotta hold it.
this one.
No, it looks like a poopy butthole.
No. Unless your butthole's an Audi. I don't.
So this is a prolapsed poopy butthole. That,
yeah.
that completely explains the poopiness of the poopy butthole.
We
Oh,
are
holy
setting up.
shit!
God.
I'm so sorry. God,
Your chatty
damn,
ain't working.
my chatty is not up because I had to redo my. So Minotaur's been here, Shadows has been here, and I didn't fucking notice any of them. So I need to drink a few times for Minotaur and Shadows. And Shadows is already gone, so let me. Son of a bitch. I didn't even notice that. Kind of an asshole. Sorry, guys. I hope Minotaur's still around. Gonna head out soon. Just wanted to jump in and say hi. How's life treating you? So let me do this. Salute. Sorry about that, guys. My chatty is now up, and I will know if anybody types anything. I feel like an asshole. I am an asshole. Right, so you guys are getting set to go off into the great wide world, and it is time for that to happen.
About how long of a journey do you think, sir?
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. If you go directly straight across,
That's a pretty big journey.
it's a pretty big journey. You do have enough food and water to get you, you hope, all the way across.
We have Jack.
That's great for 2d6 people, or yeah. I
What
think
level can he cast it at?
Oh, he can cast it. He can do 66, can't he?
Yes.
So basically, each day, if you guys run out of food and water, he can certainly feed
A good chunk.
a good chunk of people, and they can rotate. Like, okay, you
Yeah,
ate
so we
yesterday, right? All right, so not a problem at all. You start to go across the sea, over the sea.
I'm saying this will take about 4 months.
You don't know.
I need to know.
Oh,
track of something here.
You need to know for the brewing that you got
Yeah.
downstairs. So you figure to get just to here, it's going to be a couple of months. So you figure 3 months to here, and then a couple of weeks over to here.
Okay, cool.
The sea is a big place. All right, so let me roll on my chance for encounter table. Holy shit.
We gonna die first night?
No. No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that at all. So 1,
Reassuring.
2, 3.
I know, right? The
4,
confidence
5,
is great.
6, 7. Actually, it lines up pretty fucking well.
Got the Simon.
And
You get about
right
there.
Yeah, doggone!
It lines up really freaking well. First thing I'm going to roll is I'm going to see whether or not... Actually, this has the time, doesn't it? So it is the 17th day out, or the morning of the 17th day out.
Okay.
Actually, that's not the 17th day. That's a lot further than that. That's halfway, 2 months. Let me do this. Make him big, make him small again. There we go. You guys don't usually take night watch, do you?
Well, I mean,
Most
most of us don't have. We have night vision goggles now.
Well, I
So, I
saw
mean-
at night, but I mean, when we were traveling close to shore, we never really established it.
Right.
Right.
You
You're in the
didn't
middle
set
of
one
the
up,
you're in the middle
but-
of the big wide ocean right now, and the weather is okay. It's not the best. It's not bad. There's a light fog rolling in. Nothing really major. You can see. I mean, Takari and Razul can see pretty decently. Kieran and Jack would have to be wearing the goggles to be able to see a lot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have you all roll an awareness.
Okay.
Sure, this will go really well.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Hey.
Karen don't see shit. She don't know shit. She's sleeping. I don't know. What time of day is it?
It is about 1:20 in the morning.
Oh yeah, Karen's asleep. She's fucking asleep.
Karen's asleep. So, Razul, do you feel lucky twice?
No.
Okay, so Jack and Takari. Jack, you were up writing something in a journal. Takari was her and the fox are used to being up at night, so you guys are kind of walking around. If you have night vision, you're kind of used to that, so you're kind of wandering around a little bit. And the two of you hear a loud scraping noise, and it sounds like it's coming from beneath the ship. There is a sound, but you don't feel any vibrations at all through the wood of the ship. All you do is you hear that scraping sound. So, Jack, you know instantly that you didn't run aground. A,
Right.
because you're way out in the middle of frickin' nowhere, and it would have to be like an underground volcano that popped up. But the sound itself was not the same as a running aground. Takari,
Right.
you don't know what the sound was. You just know it was the sound of something scraping over wood.
Gross.
Hmm. Hmm. I guess I will grab my goggles. I'm guessing I'm in my cabin. So
You're in your cabin, and you've got a candle lit. Actually, a lantern, not a candle.
Yeah, I've got my lantern.
Even though the wood in this ship has been, if you remember, it has been
Treated.
enchanted and treated so that it is not very flammable at all.
Right.
So you grab the goggles as you go rushing out, and you put the goggles on, and the world explodes in brightness because you can see everything in
Right.
stark detail. So, Takari, what are you doing right now?
Well, I'm out walking around with Mia, so I guess I go over to the side closest to where I hear the scraping and look over the edge.
Okay, so I'm going to roll 2D100s, and depending on how close they are together is how close you guys are together. So there's 1 and there's 2. So you guys are not even on the same sides of the ship. You're looking in different directions. Takari, do you want to be high or low?
I'll be low.
Jack, you go rushing out. You put the goggles on, and you see something reach out of the water towards the ship, and then sink back into the water. And it looked. I'm going to go ahead and give you an observation roll.
All right. I think I have some thoughts about what might be coming, but let's see what I see. Observation. Nope.
So,
I'm like, what the hell?
do you have monster lore?
Yes.
Roll monster lore.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so whatever it was, it came up in a moment of the fog, so it stretched out of the fog. It was tall and thin, and you couldn't get a real good view of it.
Right.
And then it disappears back under the water.
Dang. Was it big?
It was
enough to
fairly
see it.
sizable. Like, it could probably have stretched if it started at the deck. It would probably hit halfway up the mast.
Right.
Oh, it's pretty big.
It's pretty big. So what you gonna do, Jack?
I think the first step is to. I mean, it hasn't taken any aggressive actions. I don't know if waking the rest of the adventuring crew is super important. I feel like Jack would probably go wake Kyrian first and be like, yo, something just popped out of the water next to the ship, looked at us, and basically sunk back down. You
Okay.
might wanna...
So you go rushing into the cabin,
Right.
and you start to shake Kieran. Kieran, you will automatically come awake. Razul, you get an awareness roll to see whether or not you are disturbed as well, of
Yep.
which you are. So basically, Ziggy wakes up and goes woof,
I like Ziggy.
and so the woofing wakes you up, and so you hear Jack whispering, like stage whispering to Kieran about something in the water.
What's going on?
Something big just came up. Oh wait, he's not in the room. Never mind. Or is he? I forget.
He's in the room. They all share a room.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You're
I'm
the
like,
only one with your own special room, Captain Jack.
I didn't make myself captain. You guys did.
That's true.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, anyway, it doesn't matter.
It's
All
been
right, let's go up
6
to the
weeks.
deck.
Give me a little bit of credit.
I'm gonna go up to the deck. Show me where it was at.
So basically, everybody comes out. I'm like, something came up over the edge. I saw something, and then it sunk back down.
Okay, and I'm gonna go look.
I guess I
See
can
if I
wander
can
that
see
way
anything.
too.
Jack
Okay,
wanders.
so you guys go wandering out, and you all just get to the railing. And by the way, there are other people who have struggled up on deck that are bleary eyed, and they're looking around. And there's a guy in the crow's nest that didn't see any of this or hear any of this, and he's looking at all the activity down below. And suddenly, from all around the boat, tentacles come shooting
Oh,
up.
come on.
Of course.
Come
What are we doing,
shooting
hentai?
up. What's that?
Are we doing hentai now? What's going on?
It's a
Blue.
blooper.
That's exactly right. So the tentacles come shooting up, and it grabs the guy out of the crow's nest.
Oh, come on.
That's just effect. So, what are you guys gonna do? So let's go right down the line. Jack, what are you gonna do?
I think at this point he would. He basically, I guess he'd be calling out to the navigator, whoever's at the tiller, going, "We have to take evasive maneuvers."
Okay, Kieran, what are you gonna do?
Okay, so, question.
Yes.
Potion of water breathing. Can you talk while you've taken it?
Can you talk while you've taken it? Yeah, it absolutely. There's no change in you whatsoever, other than the fact that you can now breathe underwater.
How do I do the potion of water breathing?
You just have to go and then drink it.
No, I meant in the roll 20.
Oh! You just have to tell me, hey, I'm gonna take this potion.
I'm taking
of
a
water
potion of water breathing. It's
Okay.
5th level.
Okay, so you immediately just go gulp and you take the potion of water breathing. Razul, what are you doing?
Wait, I'm not done.
Oh, shit.
It's each action. So Razul, what are you doing?
Doop ba doop ba doop ba doop ba doop ba doop.
And by the way, the guy has not it grabs the guy in the crow's nest, but it hasn't pulled him into the water or anything like that. So
I am just going to hold my action.
okay, Takari, what are you gonna do?
I am gonna find Mia and Ziggy and put them somewhere safe.
Well, Ziggy is automatically somewhere safe and always will be because he is not an NPC character. However, your fox, Mia, is absolutely somebody who could get taken out by this thing. So,
Uh-huh.
so you don't have to put them anywhere. All you got to do is just basically you have a bond with Mia. So to command your animal, all you have to do is just think at it. Takes absolutely zero time whatsoever to go like Mia, get below. That's all you would have to do.
Okay, so is that an action or no?
No, that's just as quick as thought.
Okay, I'm gonna try and talk to this sucker.
Okay, so
girl.
you don't have talk with animals. However, you do have your 6th level ability.
I do. It's called placate animal.
Okay, so you basically lean over the side and you put your hand on one of the tentacles that's whipping around, and go ahead and roll your placate animal.
I shall. Here we go.
Okay, so she starts to stroke the tentacle, and it just kind of quivers for a second and then stops. And then from that side of the boat, this giant gelatinous looking head pops up with a single eye in the middle and a beak, and it stares at you. And you continue to stroke the tentacle, which is weird. I understand.
Everything about this is fucking weird.
I know what you're gonna
Right.
say,
And
but
you
this
ruined
has
my plan.
this has animal intelligence, so you are absolutely able to placate it. Or if Sammy would have cast it, she could have talked to it.
You want to know what my plan was? Since I can't do it now.
You're gonna jump in the water and talk to it.
Yes, you fucker.
Oh, that's my bad.
No,
You
I
can still
no,
do
not
that.
you, Mango.
You could ask why it's, attacking us.
I
Well,
already took my
like, you
potion
can
of fucking
still-
water breathing.
You can still talk to it, but right now it's not attacking. It's just kind of looking at you, and it lets go of the sailor from the crow's nest. There's about a 50-50 chance that it lets go while it's still over the crow's nest.
Ooh.
So, luckily he falls and he grabs the side of the crow's nest and pulls himself back up to it, and he's looking around wildly. And one by one, the tentacles start to go back into the ocean, and it slips into the depths and is gone.
Wow.
Well, that was a thing.
You're welcome.
The
So
fuck
she's-
was that?
So she just turns around and smiles.
And this pretty much intrigues Kieran probably, like to the T.
Have you guys
Okay,
ever
here's
seen?
the-
Have you guys ever seen Crocodile Dundee?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you know where the water buffalo is in the middle of the road, and he walks up and goes. "Eeeh." That's placate animal. That's basically what she just did to this giant squid.
Huh, nice.
He's all friend.
That
We
was her
can't hurt
sixth.
him.
That was her sixth level ability. Her sixth level skill was placate animal.
Hmm.
Huh? That was cool, wasn't it? Huh?
It was cool. It was very cool.
Nah, I think it was cool as shit. I didn't know what it meant though.
You can look up placate
Well-
in the dictionary. That's fine.
That's a much simpler solution than what I was planning, but I'm kind of mad because I wasted my fucking potion.
So you're like, I feel like hopping in the ocean just so I could breathe. She sticks her head in a barrel of brine. Just-
No, you know what? I am gonna jump over. I'm gonna jump over the side of the ship into the ocean.
okay, so you do that.
Be careful. With
What is
that.
your
No, I'm
ABS?
kidding. I can't swim.
Okay, I was just gonna say, what is your ABS and
I-
what's your swim
I
skill?
can't fucking swim. I don't have a swim skill.
So she goes, I wasted this fucking thing. You'd been able to breathe for a little while before the crushing depths just took you over. Wow,
Could've
that
Sold it. God damn it. Whatever.
wow.
It's fine.
I
There
actually
goes
thought
the
Kieran was going to
damage.
take care of that one, but good for you, Takari. She turns around.
Well,
she
I
just-
didn't realize we were playing it like initiative.
Well, I was just going and saying, what are you going to do right away? Just like your first initial reaction of what you were going to do before I rolled initiative. I was just saying, hey, what are your, because it was kind of a surprise round, but what are you guys going to do? And you're like, I want to take my potion. So you went and took the potion.
I was
Don't worry. I'll buy you another potion.
Oh,
That's fine.
I was holding action to see if anybody got overboard that I would have to levitate. So
That would have been
Right.
interesting.
Well, then fuck it. No, I'm just kidding.
Lower me slowly into the
Anyways.
brackishness of the deep.
You just see Kieran hop on over, and then she's like doggy paddling, drowning.
the thing is, you would need me to jump in after you because I'd have to touch you.
You'd levitate
both can't
together like
swim?
in the Wizard of Oz. In a bubble.
So that went differently than what I thought it was going to.
Same.
Right.
Same.
That's
Same.
awesome.
I forget that you
Alright.
guys could talk to nearly anything now.
Yes.
Is
Well,
it
not
is it
Me and
animal?
Takari
Is
are
it
gonna
animal
be
intelligence?
forced.
Yes. Okay, you can talk to it. Is it more than animal intelligence? Is it something that has a language? Yes. Okay. Well, you can talk to it. Is it an inanimate object? You mean like a tree or a rock? Yes. Yes. Okay, it's
You
dead. It's dead. And Razul goes, ahem.
Yeah.
You hold on. What, babe? Yep. Be right back. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves.
I'm just kidding. I'm not really mad that that thing's gone because honestly, when am I ever going to use it?
Right.
So, you
I
know,
have to be careful with what I do because any other action would be killing that thing. But I have 2 people now that love animals, so it's like,
here's
Right.
here's the thing.
All right.
Kieran loves animals, but she'll do what it takes to protect the party.
I got good news and bad news.
you gotta
You gotta
leave.
stop.
We got a lot done, but I have to go. So
Okay.
this is where it ends tonight. I'm sorry.
I
Anybody
mean, that
who's
was a good
watching,
encounter.
it was a great encounter, and I'm sorry, Minotaur and Shadows, if you're still around, that I missed that you were here. I feel really bad. You'll see on the replay on the VOD. I'm sorry, and I'm going to stop the stream.